Guys, the Titans held the Chiefs to 3 points. To 3 points. That defense, Titans defense, held the Chiefs to 3 points. They beat the Bills. Consecutive weeks, they took care of the Bills and the Titans. And they could basically win the division with a win here on the road at Indy because they beat Indy already this year. So they sweep the series. They're up with some real daylight between them and number 2. Key, here's the question. This is a sneaky good game. Is there anybody playing better football in the NFL right now than the Tennessee Titans?
I would say yes, the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are playing better football. You talk about them taking care of business against a Kansas City Chief team that we all felt was going to be a superior team at the beginning of the season, but we certainly have seen their struggles on the last several games. So, that's one of those deals where it's like, that's the Chiefs. And then when you look at the Bills, if Josh Allen dives over the center instead of trying to go off center, maybe there's a touchdown and we're not even having this conversation. But I would say it's the Green Bay Packers, the Los Angeles Rams. Put it this way, there's probably 4 or 5 teams, in my opinion, playing better all-around football than the Tennessee Titans. And Tennessee fans, I hope they understand what I'm saying.
Key feels that way. Jay, I hear him. I think there are some teams, like almost in a preseason rankings poll, that they have more room to cover in people's imaginations because they don't start out in our own estimation as high. Mm-hmm. I think of the Cardinals. I think of the Bengals, right? You don't start the season thinking that they're elite, so they have to prove it more. Are the Tennessee Titans playing the best football in the NFL right now?
I would still say I think the Rams are. I think the Rams are that team. I think even though the Titans beat the Bills, and that was a hell of a game performance, I still like the Bills as a better team than the Titans. Titans, I think, it's good. I think this game versus the Colts will tell us a lot, right? Because Kansas City, their defense has just collapsed. Like, they're not the same. Even Patrick Mahomes is out here.
Their offense,
who would have ever
too,
thought
though?
that Patrick Mahomes would be tied with Zach Wilson for turnovers in the league, to lead the league?
But their offense, too, the Titans held them to 3 points.
I hear that, right? But I kind of take that game. I'm like, do you win the games in front of you? Fine. Bills game, they won. I think the game in Indy versus the Colts will tell us a lot because Carson Wentz is playing exponentially better than what he was the first time these teams.
Let's say for a second, guys, and I understand a lot of people think you have bets on the Colts, right? From our segment yesterday. If the Titans win, if the Titans win. Will we be saying on Monday that they're the best team, wait a minute, in the AFC? Let's limit it to the AFC if they win this game. So it's Bills, Chiefs, and then Colts.
No, because I still think that the Raiders are a better football team than Tennessee. I think they have more explosive, dynamic, down the field, home run getters. They can run the football. The defense is playing solid and sound. They, too, have a nice little streak going for themselves after relieving John Gruden of his duties and Rich Bisaccia taking over. They won 2 straight games in a row, and the offense looks way different. The defense looks different. Lamar Jackson had a little tack in his thumb playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. They got kind of embarrassed at home, but I still think that they may be a better football team. I think Cleveland, when they are at full strength and health-wise, they are a better football team than the Tennessee Titans, even though we still have 10 more games to go.
Yeah, I guess the question around Cleveland is, will they ever be fully healthy? Like, will we ever see that team fully healthy knowing what Baker Mayfield has to go through? But if you're saying there's not a big difference between Baker Mayfield and Case Keenum, it's being able to play
fully healthy. I was going to say fully healthy to me is as long as Chubb is in the lineup and OBJ is in the lineup and Landry's in the lineup, you can be underneath the center and we'll be fully healthy.
Especially behind that line. I mean, last year especially, they were outstanding, but that's a really good all-around team. Guys, I hear what you're saying. We're running out of time. If they win this game, and I just look at, again, the pelts on the wall, Bills, Chiefs, Colts, it's going to be tough.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.